Day. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a brand new day. Welcome to the Rundown with Ramon on the Zone of Genius Network. Woo, did I just say that? Welcome to a brand new day. I hope you're doing great. We're about ready to start, about ready to rock and roll. Glad you are here today. We have a great show in store for you as I get my cameras and my mics all set up. Woo, I'm excited. I am Unbreakable is here. The second person I see here, Darren Tolliver is here on IG. The first person to join us today. I may start giving prizes for people who join us first. Maybe second too. We'll see. Get some swag in there. But we're going to start this show on the road. Glad you're here. Let's get ready to start this show right now. We're here, everybody, live. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Rundown with Ramon on the Zone of Genius. Glad you all are well. I'm mixing up, joining on different platforms. Absolutely, as you should. We are live streaming on LinkedIn, where you can see video. You can see the things I may put in here, slides and things. And on YouTube, you're watching on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. In fact, everybody should subscribe to the Zone of Genius YouTube channel, Zone of Genius, yes, on YouTube. So welcome to a brand new day. Today is Tuesday, November 21st. Tuesday, November 21st, and I hope your day is blessed and well. I feel great. Whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching it on demand afterwards, you're still going to get knowledge and information. That is for sure. So I'm glad you're here. So let's jump right into it. Let's get with it. Brand new day. You know how I always like to start this show out with a few business and personal tips to let you know a few things, and that is as follows. One, it's important to be clear. What do you really want? What do you really want? If you don't know what you really want, how can others know how to best serve you and work with you? So be clear on what you really want. Number two, ask yourself and be very clear on this. Do you want to be in business? Do you want to be in business? What's up, Dixie Pura? Do you want to be in business? The Mark Jenkins joined too. What's up, brother? Ask yourself the question, do you want to be in business? Because everybody don't want to be in business, but you are in business, and that's a jacked up place to be. Kind of like being in a marriage. You don't want to be married. I love it. Yes, as I am unbreakable. Love it. There's no music. There's no soundtrack in life or business. There's no commercial break like there is on Shark Tank. There's none of that. No, it's just you, and yourself and life. Your hubby, your spouse, your family, and your sorry-looking dog. That's all it is, people. That's all it is. Ask yourself, are you hungry enough? Are you hungry enough? And I am Unbreakable says, I want to help people and impact people. I would love to have you here on the show with me. I am Unbreakable. If you want to, and if you're available in about 15 minutes, push the Join Ramon Live button, and I'll bring you up here to join me live on the show. Or if you want, you can join me, but you got to wait until I'm done with this show. I got 10 key points to help you live your best life. So ask yourself, are you hungry enough? Who's hungry enough? We say we are sometimes, but sometimes I don't think we are hungry enough. So ask yourself, are you hungry enough? And Danette is here, Danette Foss. What's up, Danette? Are you hungry enough? Ask yourself, have the fundamentals of business changed? No, they haven't. The fundamentals of business have never changed. They haven't changed. You still got to have mindset. You still got to have sales and marketing. You still have to have the right people and the right team. You still have to have your systems and processes and understand who you're serving, what problem you're solving for them. What about your pricing? Is your pricing set up right? Most of you, your pricing is not set up right. You're selling too cheap and you love it. You gotta sell premium, people. Ask yourself, what do you do best? What do you do best? What do you do best? It's a beautiful place to be. I hope you join me, ding, 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 in New York City for the New York City Entrepreneurs Conference and Awards live in New York City, April 18th. zoneofgenius.com/awards, zoneofgenius.com/awards. Join me live in New York City, April 18th. So let's get with it. Today's show, 10 key tips to help you live your best life or grow your business. Ding, 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 ding. 1, how do you salvage a bad night's sleep? This is in the New York Times, where they went through a few points talking about your sleepy brain. Research shows that when people are deprived of sleep, they have slow response times, impaired decision-making, difficulty paying attention, and worse memory. People are also more likely to feel anxious, depressed, and antisocial. Scientists typically see these effects in studies where they force people to stay awake for 12 hours. Sleep is important. So how do you clear the fog when you've had a bad night's sleep? To mitigate these effects, the number one thing experts recommend is taking a nap. Who would have thought taking a nap? As I take a quick sip of Cafe Bustelo. That was good. Cafe Bustelo and a little bit of Dunkin' Donuts creamer thrown in there. Come on now. So how do you salvage a bad night's sleep? 1, take a nap. There's a point here that says doing damage control. While these strategies can help, they won't completely offset the effects of a bad night of sleep. If you can, make a few adjustments in your day to help you avoid any serious mistakes. Sleep is important. Sleep is very, very important. If you don't get good sleep, it's not too good for you. What's up? I see what does it say here? Jeff Harry Plays. Glad you're here today. Cafecito. Si, señorita. All right. So salvage a bad night's sleep. It's really, really important. And if you don't get good sleep, it's harder for the rest of your day. Pierre Dubois is here. If you want to be in business, I love it. You also don't want to be in a business with people who are not serious about their business. Yes, 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 Pierre. Love it. Bring it. Pierre is the guru of analytics and more. So how do you salvage a bad night's sleep? This is in the New York Times. Ding, 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 ding. Number 2, talking about 8 books to read. 8 books that you should read to be successful. 8 books every successful entrepreneur should read. You want to check that out in zoneofgenius.com. If you want a copy of this article, just let me know. But this article says 8 books every entrepreneur should read to improve their health and wellness. Book number 1 is, where's the list here? Come on now, books. One book is Boundless Kitchen by Ben Greenfield. Check out Boundless Kitchen. Another book is Young Forever, Their Secrets to Living Their Longest by Dr. Mark Hyman. Another book is Scarcity Brain, Fix Your Craving Mindset and Rewire Your Habits. I highly suggest all of you do this. Check out this article in Entrepreneur. 8 books every entrepreneur should read to improve their health and wellness. Listen, people, our health and wellness are important. Anthony Drago says his book, Go Prove Something. I love it. It's so important, people. Our health and well-being. How can we serve others? How can we build a better business if we're not healthy? Are you working out? Doesn't mean you have to be a gym rat and heave ho, heave ho, heave ho. But this does mean you got to do something. Move your body a bit. Do some push-ups, some sit-ups, some stretches. Walk, jog, and be careful what you eat. Yeah, says Ramon, the guy who just had a Cafe Bustelo and a shot of Dunkin' Donuts creamer in it. I know. And there's some guilty pleasures I do have, but be cognizant of what goes into your body, people. Be cognizant. This is a temple God's given us. We only have one of these. Keep it as healthy for as long as we can. Keep it healthy for as long as we can. Working with problems, Seth Godin always brings a gem to us. They're everywhere we look. Here are a few thoughts on the ones that won't go away. First, is it a problem or a situation? Problems, by definition, have solutions. You might not like the cost of the solution, the trade-offs it leads to, or the time and effort it takes, but problems have solutions Seth Godin talks about. Once we realize that a problem we have isn't a problem at all, but actually a situation, it's easier to do our best to move on and thrive. says Seth Godin. This is the thing. And finally, some problems get better if we're willing to talk about them. Some situations, on the other hand, simply get worse when we focus our energy and community on them. Wow, this was a brain dump from Seth Godin. Nappuccino, coffee, and a power nap within 20 minutes of drinking the coffee. Wake up more refreshed. Ha! I love it. I love it. I love it. Ding, 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 ding. Point number 4, as we go through our 10 top tips to help you live your best life or grow your business, built to last succession planning. Estee Lauder family built a beauty empire. Succession rift threatens it. For years, Estee Lauder family hosted the annual meeting for shareholders of their cosmetics giant at the elegant Essex house overlooking the southern edge of New York Central Park. In a scene that looked more like a wedding than a corporate meeting, attendees would attend, and so on and so forth. This year, instead of going to a luxury hotel, shareholders logged into a virtual 30-minute meeting, a COVID carryover. And behind the screens, a family skirmish over the struggling business and its future is roiling the empire, just as Leonard, age 90, officially ends his term as a board member. So here's my point. Here's a lesson learned. We're building a business, but how many of us have succession plans? How many of us have plans in place what to do with our business when we're not there? What happens to our business when we're not there? Again, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon on zoneofgenius.com. Thanks so much for being with me today as we continue on our top 10 things to help you or live your best life. Ding, 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 ding. Number five. What else can you offer clients who trust you? People. I'm sure Uber's numbers, there's a gulf between the top selling things and the lower selling things. But once people trust you, once you build up trust with your community and they already want something from you, what else can you serve to your community and make more profit, but also serve their needs more? Uber's doing this. Uber already lets us call a car to take us to a destination. Now they're also offering charter services. Now they're also offering rental services. They also do food delivery. How they're scaling their business. You can do this too. Your customers already trust you. So what are the things your customers are doing? What do you think your customers are doing that they trust you about that you can serve them more? Let's keep going. Ding, 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 ding. We're on tip number 6 as we go through the Rundown with Ramon. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. Thank you for being here. Tell your brand story to the right customer. This is really, really important. This is on Forbes. All of us have a story, a way we can connect to other people. And your story is what intrinsically connects you to somebody else. And that story can be told, can be shown up in a variety of ways. I have my story. Part of my story is I drink a cup of Cafe Bustelo. Part of my story is my exercise. Part of my story is my faith. Part of my story is how I show up. What's your story? How do you show up? How do you connect with people? This is the name of the game. How do you show up in the world and make it a better place? Tell your story. Get your story dialed in and grow your business. I hope you're enjoying this. If you're enjoying this, put a comment in the chat. Enjoy. Let me see some hearts, some emojis. If you're watching this even after the fact on LinkedIn, on YouTube, let me see a comment. Let me see a heart. Let me see that you like this. If you don't like it and you think this whole thing sucks, that's okay too. Put like, it sucks, put moron, put terrible show. It's okay. I can take it all. Thank you for those hearts. I appreciate that so much. What's up, Jeffrey Klein joined. Appreciate you being here. Jeffrey Klein, guess what, Jeffrey? Guess what? Jeffrey Klein, since you just joined, Jeffrey, guess what, man? Hang tight. I don't even know if you can hear me. Woo, I'm so excited, Jeffrey. Jeffrey Klein. Watch this, man. Check this out. The Jeffrey, the Klein. Check this out. 1, here's my Rambo knife that I get in case, you never know. I got this in the mail. Hope I don't cut myself on live TV. All right, Jeffrey Klein. Boom. I know I'm holding it sideways. Calm down, people. Calm down. Calm down. I'll get there. Got some comments coming in. Thank you, Danette. Glad you're here. Jeffrey Klein's new book out, The Content Beast. Boom, boom, boom. Create story-driven content to connect with your audience by Jeffrey Klein. The Content Beast. And thank you, Jeffrey, for the card. Man, embossed with his trademark purple. This guy is all in. Jeffrey Klein's new book, The Content Beast. You'll see more on that. Jeffrey, do send me something on that, a little blog post, article or something, so we can post that on zoneofgenius.com and amplify it more. But Jeffrey Klein, thanks for being here. Thanks for being in my community. Talk about trust. Appreciate you so very much. Ding, 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 ding. Moving forward, that was The Content Beast. Get your copy of the book, telling your brand story. Hope you join me in New York City live for the Zone of Genius Conference and Awards, zoneofgenius.com/awards, zoneofgenius.com/awards. Join me live in New York City, zoneofgenius.com/awards. Moving forward, are you maximizing your potential? Are you stretching yourself? This article, this input came from my friend Lamar Tyler, who's a coach. I'm in his program called Traffic Sales and Profit Mastermind. And it's a question we should already always ask ourselves. Dr. Jeannie Snyder's here. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Are you stretching yourself? Are you stretching yourself to maximum potential? This is the question. Seth Godin always has something. He says, raise your hand. We go like this, but we don't raise it all the way up. We hold stuff back. Are you all in? Are you stretching yourself as much as you can? Eunice is here. Glad to have you here, Eunice. Are you stretching yourself? Dr. Jeannie Snyder talked about, you can look her up, jeanniesnyder.com, I believe, SNY. You can't ask for something that you're not willing to give. You can't ask for something that you're not willing to go forward to and get. Are you maximizing your potential? Are you stretching yourself? Asks Lamar Tyler. Ding, 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 ding. 7 holiday gifts for travelers. I travel quite a bit. For a speaker. By the way, if you're looking for one of the best speakers in the world, one of the best. I'm sure Jeffrey would beg to differ, or Dr. Jeannie, because they're probably good speakers too. They are good speakers. But 7 gifts for travelers. Interesting article here. A supercharged weekend tote bag. A check your inbox shortcut to frequent flight details. A carboner lock that keeps a traveler's gear safe. National Park Express Pass. A raucous celebration of America's gaudiest hotels. See and sip the world in 6 different coffees. A massage gun that fits in your carry-on. That's cool. And more. So 7 gifts for travelers. Listen, if you got somebody in your life like me that travels around the world, travels all the time, maybe give them a little teeny gift that they can put in their bag and their carry-on and travel with them. Ding, 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 ding. Number 9. How many of you are checking out Google Bard? How many even know what Google Bard is? There's a competing number of platforms in the world going 2 ways in a matrix of several ways. One, at the highest, you have Google, which is leading the charge for AI using its own tools and services backed, I think, probably using OpenAI as well, but that's the nonprofit arm. So Google is doing a lot of things in the AI world. Then you have OpenAI, which made ChatGPT to compete directly with Google Bard, ChatGPT. Then you also have Microsoft, which invested into OpenAI, but is building its own platform called Microsoft. What is it called? Microsoft Connect, I want to say. Microsoft Copilot, which is its AI platform building in its tools. So you have Microsoft, you have Google Bard, which is check out Google Bard Unbreakable. Wow, Google Bard is off the chain and it's in beta right now, so you have to ask to get it. So Google Bard. Then you have a number of other companies that are doing Jasper, which will probably be sold or bought by somebody eventually, but Jasper doing some really cool things. So my point is, I want to let you know that AI is a real thing. Thank you, Dr. Jeannie, for those kind words. I appreciate you. Google Bard and others are growing and growing in use. And I encourage all of you to consider how you can use these tools for your businesses. So definitely a headline, check out Google Bard. Ding, 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 ding. Point number 9. Best and worst airports of 2023, says the Wall Street Journal. Well, I didn't mean, no. Soft landing. Best and worst airports, top 5 mid-size airports. San Jose, San Antonio, Sacramento, Indianapolis. That's the top mid-size airports. Top 5 largest airports. Phoenix, Minneapolis, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Detroit. Wait a minute. Where's Newark Airport? Let me take my glasses off. Give me 1 second. I'm sure Newark Airport is missing. Newark Airport. You know what? I don't see Newark Airport, my airport on this list. What's up, George? Why is Newark Airport not on this list? It says Phoenix, Minneapolis, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Detroit. I don't see. I'm trying my best to look it up, but I don't see Newark Airport. The best and worst airports of 2023. Ding, 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 ding. Next up, Apple supporting Google Chat. Listen, people, I don't understand this whole war because I've not been an iPhone person. I don't understand it. I just chat like regular texting. But clearly, there's a cool way to chat for Apple users to chat with Apple users where they don't have to use WhatsApp, which is all I knew. WhatsApp is the tool I guess many of us use, which gives us all the cool messaging features. But I guess iOS users have had that built into their phones for some time. Am I right, people? If I'm right on that, put a heart or put iPhone in the chat so I get it. Because I'm a Google Android guy, but I do have an iPad, so I got one Apple thing. But generally speaking, Windows PC, Android phone, and iPad. But it looks like Apple's going to be playing nice and supporting Google's protocol. That's interesting. So listen, this has been the Rundown with Ramon. If you want to join me live here through Instagram, put a join Ramon live, join Ramon. I'll wait on that in a few minutes. If you want to do that through Instagram, join me. And if not, we're going to close down this show. I love it. I Am Unbreakable says, I love ChatGPT and use it very often. I use it all the time. I've been using Jasper for some of the editorial on zoneofgenius.com. Newark Airport will be on the list when they get construction finished. Well, they've been doing construction since 1940, Dr. Jeannie, so I don't know if it's ever going to be finished. Listen, everybody, it's been so good to be here, and I hope you're having a pleasant day. In just a few days, we celebrate Thanksgiving. Many of us will be with family, but many of us will not. Many of us may be lonely, be away from those we love, have no one to celebrate with. Ironically, God has made us to not be alone. God has made us to be with people. So if on this holiday season you're alone, I hope you find someone to be with. And sometimes let people know it's okay, by the way, to self-invite yourself to somebody's gathering. It's okay to self-invite yourself. You don't have to do it in a nasty way, but let's say I was in Atlanta and I was lonely and I wanted to be somewhere. I'd say, since I know Dr. Jenny, hey, Dr. Jenny, listen, what are you doing for the holidays? If you have space available, let me know. I'd love to stop over. If you can't, no problem. I may do some other things. You kind of say it to give her an exit because you don't want to be rude, you know? But you can self-invite yourself. There's many churches doing programming on Thursday. Don't be alone in the holidays. Don't be alone. Listen, my name is Ramon Ray. This has been the Rundown with Ramon on Zone of Genius. I see your message, Jeffrey. We'll see about that. Talk to my lady about that. But this has been Ramon Ray on the Zone of Genius show. Natalie Gregg is here. Jeannie Marks is here. I'll wait a few more minutes. If anybody wants to join me on the IG side, if not, it's all good. We do this 30 minutes Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Lou Diamond is joined as we get ready to wrap up the Rundown with Ramon. But let me see, anybody wants to join? Anybody available to join for a quick IG chat? Let me know. Hope is here. Lou, if you want to join, Natalie, Jeannie, let's see, Jeffrey, anybody else? And again, y'all could be cooking, y'all could be out and about, running, whatever y'all doing, and that's all good. But if anybody wants to join, let me know. I'll wait for a bit. Okay, I'm Unbreakable's up. Let's go. Except go live. Let's see if I Am Unbreakable is going to pop on up here. And I had a point where I couldn't see people much. I could only, hey, what's up? How are you? Come on in, Dr. Jeannie. Put the little button there too if you can. And remind me, what is your first name? I keep saying I'm Unbreakable.
Christy.
Say it again.
Christy.
Hey, Chrissy, how are you? Welcome. How you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm so good. Glad to have you here. Talk to us. Tell us, what did you hear today that kind of, that you thought about, that made a little impression with you that you wanted to chat with us about today? What did you hear today?
Oh my goodness, so many different things. You know, hard to pick one. The map, it's actually, you know, iPhone kind of changed the spelling, but it's Nappuccino. So that Nappuccino,
Oh yes.
it's supposedly if you take a nap within 20 minutes of drinking the coffee,
Oh,
it has to be a short nap
Nappuccino.
for like 20-30 minute nap, but it has to be within 20 minutes of drinking the coffee. You wake up a lot more refreshed.
Never heard about it. And tell us about yourself, what you do, who you serve, how we can help you. Tell us what your business is all about or whatever.
My name is Christy Mazariegos. I am a distributor of financial services, a recruiter, a coach. I educate people on how money works, how to make money, save money, and really my vision is to have massive generational impact. So the impact I have will continue. As I help others, they will pass it on to their friends, their families, and help others. And way past when I pass away, when God calls me home, that continues to happen. So that's my vision. That's my purpose.
I love it. I'm so glad you're here. And is anybody else joined? Because I can't see the whole screen. Anybody else joined?
Yes, you have
Jeffrey?
I don't know his name.
I'm here.
Jeffrey.
Hey, Jeff, I can't see the video for whatever reason. You know how it is. Technology is kind of weird, so I can't. I'm trying to see how I can see you on the screen, but that's okay. But I'm glad you're here. Jeffrey, what's up, man? Say hi to Chrissy. And how you doing today, brother? What's going on?
I'm great. Thanks for checking out my book, and I just want to know what I can bring and what time I should be there.
Well,
I'm always busy.
I know you are. If you were serious, I'd have you.
I'm sure that Thanksgiving at the Ramon house is a blast.
Yeah, I guess so. My wife controls all that. But listen,
I'll be at my brother's and it'll be awesome.
tell Chrissy, Jeffrey, what the Content Beast is all about. Tell her what it's all about.
I often say that every business has to feed the beast. They're always hungry. We constantly need to create content. Ramon is a king. He is a content beast.
Yes,
And
he
it's
is.
really important. There's a lot of noise out there. And so I wrote the book to try and help people who are overwhelmed by how to do it. And it's simply a story of why we need to feed the beast, who you're really feeding, what to feed them, and how to do it. I could have just put all blank pages and then just put the line. Look at what Ramon's doing and do that. But I didn't. I decided to add a few more things in there.
I'm gonna have to get it. It's a struggle, and in my business, because of my professional licenses, it's a struggle. I have there's a lot that I can't say, especially my investment license, my mortgage license. All of these licenses, they don't let you put. There's a lot that you can't do, and so that's a struggle.
There are definitely a lot of industries that have regulations that kind of make it more challenging. But there's still people in all these regulated industries who are able to share content that's going to resonate. And one of the things you can do, not necessarily share individual things off, but you share about what you're doing.
Right.
Gary V, who's a big fan, says you don't need to create content, just document what you're doing. And so a lot of times people want to see what you're up to and what you're doing. Hey,
I'm doing my best on switching to their hi. Thank you. I'm definitely going to look at it. And I do. I see. I look at what Ramon does, and he just. The post you did of the nose, I think it was this morning.
Yes.
I'm like,
oh thank you.
I commented, I think it was on Twitter or something, because I see them on all your platforms. But those little short videos, I'm like, I'm gonna have to start doing things like that. Just something random, let them see your face.
Yeah, I like to refer to those as content snacks.
For sure. And listen, Chrissy, if you want to get more of that, definitely I encourage you to get the Content Beast for sure. Welcome. And tell us one more thing, Jeffrey, tell us one more thing about what you're doing personally and how we can help you as far as mindset. And I want you to ask that question to Dr. Jeannie Snyder. I know we're just going here. So you got to ask that question, Dr. Jeannie Snyder. I don't want to get too personal. You can cry if you need to, but don't let's not make it too uncomfortable. But just ask her a question about your insides, about, leadership mindset. Ask Dr. Jeannie a question about that.
I'd love to. I think, I'm an entrepreneur. I was talking to a friend of mine, and it's a struggle. It's, every day it's like, because you don't have that structure, it's sometimes you, and being an entrepreneur can be lonely. So Dr. Jeannie, my question is, what's your kind of number one, tip for coping with when you feel like you're all alone?
Great question. So the question is what to do when you're all alone. For everybody, I got an audience here streaming across multiple platforms. Hey guys, quiet in the back. My sound crew's in the back. They're in the green room, and they keep moving the cameras to the studio, so it's very frustrating. Megan, need some more coffee. Jeffrey, I mean, not Jeffrey. Who's that? Oh, Mohammed. I need you to bring me a warm bagel. This one's cool. Sorry, Dr. Jeannie. So, dealing with loneliness. How do we do that, Dr. Jeannie?
Well, I think it's something that everybody, that entrepreneurs deal with. And I will tell you a story, a tip that my accountant gave me literally when I first started my business. And she said, get up and go. Then, this was a while back, go to the post office because you will see people. So she said, you don't have to go to the post office, but get up and leave your house. So now there's no post office much that we don't go to this as often anymore, but I did have a delivery guy show up today, which I was super happy for him. I think he wanted to stay for coffee, breakfast. He was a little scared, but I invited him to hang out for a while. But I think she taught me that when I first started, and she's not my accountant anymore, but she gave me that tip that got me started on, you got to get out and see some people. So we have opportunities to do things like this. I mean, I think being on Ramon's show at 10 a.m. is something you look forward to. Not that you can be on here every single day, but right now, the four of us are having a conversation. If we're on here for 5 minutes, if we put on the Chickens on Clubhouse or Ramon's show at 10, then it helps me just know there's other people out here that I could bounce something off of. And it's not just to be connected, but what can I share? What is that tidbit? What is that question they might ask me that spurs me on for the day? I don't know if that helps, Jeffrey, but I think it's being intentional about connection. And that intersection is what could help make your day differently and think about your business differently.
I love that, Dr. Jeannie. And Jeffrey, so we had Jeffrey Klein here, who's the author of the new book, The Content Beast, that I just ripped open with my Rambo knife and showcased to everybody. Content Beast. So Jeffrey Klein does that and more. We have Christy. Christy, can we ask you a finance question? Are you allowed to answer that live or no? Can you answer a question if I ask you?
Maybe. It depends on what it is.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. So Dr. Jeannie has way too much money. And then Jeffrey, way too much money. So Dr. Jeannie, ask Christy a question about money, real estate, finance, just something. Just ask her maybe a question, something, let's see, or about homes, real estate, whatever you want. Let's see if she's allowed. If I do, Sherry can answer it. But just ask her a question that maybe you're curious about or something that you and your family want to know. Who knows? Ask her a question.
Well, I've been in a mastermind and we're talking about abundance versus scarcity mentality. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that for the entrepreneur.
Ooh, well, my target clients, the majority of my clients are middle income Americans, I do deal with a lot of that scarcity mindset. And really, it's something that they grow up with. So my view is you need to go out there, connect with people like Ramon. I met Ramon on Breakfast with Champions in Clubhouse. Connect them, things like that. Speak. You need to listen, hear, read. All the be with them. Connect with them, and that's the only way you're going to be able to move past that and go more towards the abundance. You need to kind of immerse yourself in it.
I love that.
And I love that answer. Thank you. And I think that, in fact, it made Jeffrey's eyes go woo woo. Did you see that? Look, I mean, this is so impressive. Entertainment value.
Oh my God.
But I do think it kind of goes in line with, in addition to getting out and connecting. Yeah. But that's exactly what I did about that in that conversation. So we get it up, we get out in the morning, and we go ask somebody for money. Is that right? Is that what I heard? No.
And listen, everybody, one more time, each of you tell people what you do, who you serve, how we can connect with you. And then I'd love you to join me in landing this edition of the Zone of Genius Show. Christy, I'll start with you. How do we reach you? And we can see you on IG, but you're also streaming to YouTube and LinkedIn. Just one more time, talk about yourself. Tell us who you are.
Cristina Mazariegos. I am a distributor of financial services, multi-licensed. I educate people on how money works, how to make money, save money, get out of debt, and I want to impact you so you can impact others. Make it generational. I am here on IG. I am Unbreakable, LinkedIn, Cristina Maria Mazariegos, pretty much everywhere. Cristina Maria Mazariegos. Because of my licenses, I have to put my whole full name.
I love it.
I can send a Calendly if you want to meet with me, 15 minutes just to speak. I also interview moms and women that, have scaled up. They want to share their story, how they did it. I would love to interview you. I want to help
Change the world.
Whatever you want.
I love it. I love it. Hola, señorita Jeannie Snyder. Me llamo Ramon Aurelio Rey, pero yo no hablo nada de español. I'm a fake Hispanic. Hola, hola, hola. Dr. Jeannie Snyder, tell us who you are and how we can reach you.
I am Dr. Jeannie Snyder, and you just helped me with that because on LinkedIn, I'm Jeannie Snyder Chamberlain, my full name. But on Instagram, I am at Jeannie Remarks, and it's Jeannie like in the lamp, Genie. So that is how you can find me. I work with leaders and leaders. I help them develop their genius, which is why I hang out with the genius Ramon, and I help them find unusual intersections in their work and life.
And Dr. Jeannie does an amazing job with that. Dr. JeannieSnyder.com, JeannieSnyder.com. And Jeffrey Klein, new author of The Content Beast. Talk to us, man. Who are you? How do you do? Who do you serve? And where can we find you as we get ready to wrap up the Zone of Genius show with Rundown with Ramon? Talk to us, Jeffrey.
I'm mostly known as Ramon Ray's uninvited Thanksgiving dinner guest. But in my day job, I help people tell their story. So visual storytelling is what I believe in, creating content, speaking. I love to help people get their message out, to connect with their audience so that they can do their job even better. And you can reach me, Jeffrey Klein, on most platforms. GG Klein here on LinkedIn, Jeffrey at 9dots Media if you want to reach out to me. But I'm always happy to have conversations because conversations are how we connect.
I love it. And if it's not purple, you know that it's the fake Jeffrey Klein. Check and see if there's no purple there.
I'm digging the purple. I'm digging the purple.
Jeffrey's all purple. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray, here with some friends of mine. We heard from Christine, heard of Dr. Jeannie, heard from Jeffrey Klein. I'm Ramon Ray, and this is the Zone of Genius show. Actually, rephrase, I'm evolving. This is the Rundown with Ramon on the Zone of Genius Network. And I'm so glad you're here. Thank you, three, for being with me today on the IG side. I'm going to close on IG, but God bless you all. Happy Thanksgiving. I'll be back here tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here. I'll be here. Thank you all for joining on IG. I'm going to close it down. Thanks, Dr. Jeannie. Appreciate you. Bye, Jeffrey. Bye, Christine.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
All right, everybody, you've been watching on LinkedIn and YouTube. I hope that was an interesting conversation. We'll see how that went visually. Maybe it should have been more visual, but we'll see how that goes. Glad you're here. And again, we'll be back here tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be blessed, be well, and have an amazing, amazing day as we do out my outro segment. Thank you. Hey, take care. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. See you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.